Alright, hey guys, Ash here, so welcome to my first ever, this is my first ever story time on VR, okay? So, what I'm gonna tell you, all these stories are gonna be true, so every story I tell you from here on out is gonna be true. So, what story should we start with? Oh, right, of course. One of my favorite stories, actually, and I've been, dragging this for a while. The story of how I got hit by a truck. Yep, I am not kidding. Here's a picture. I was hit by a truck. If you were there, you were there. If you weren't, here is the story. So it was last year. It was September. Um, yeah, it was last year. It was September, and it was a off day. My school got a threat called in, so they just let us have that day off. It was, I think, it was September 27 or 26. I think a Wednesday or a Tuesday or a Thursday. I don't know. Um, so what happened was I was laying on the couch just on my phone when my brother came up. He said, "Oh, he said, "Yo, you want to go to the mall? Cause we have a mall close to where we live. It's like a 30-minute walk, a 20-minute bike ride, and like a 5-minute drive. So, yeah. So we was riding bikes. I got one of my neighbor's bikes because I didn't have one, and he also got a neighbor's bike because we didn't have bikes at that time. So we got our bikes and we headed off to the mall. The smooth the smooth thing about it is that both the bikes matched us completely. There was nothing wrong with the bikes. The problem was the traffic outside. It was since most of the people around my town go to the same school as me. They weren't at school, so they were either out. Some of them were either out or out and about. So it was a lot of traffic that day. And when we went to the mall, it was a lot of traffic, but we managed to cross the street and go to the mall like any other normal, anything normal. So we did that, and then is when we got back. So, should I have it? Okay, so maybe if editor Ash pulls through, there's going to be like a little Google Maps right here at least. So, here's the Google Maps. Right there is going to be where the bridge is. I live in Morrow, so right here is like a little bridge, and under it is a highway. So that's why. So there's a bridge where you ride across there to get to the other side. So you ride across that bridge, and then right after that bridge, there's like a little crosswalk and stuff. The thing about it is, in front of there, right there there was a truck. Right here on the Google Maps, it may be a car. That's just because Google Maps, but it was a truck. It was like a pickup truck. I think it was a company pickup truck. Hey guys, editor Ash here. Well, this is future Ash. I just want to make this clear. I'm looking at the photos right now that I just got from my mom because she had all the photos. It was not a company pickup truck. I want to make that so clear throughout this whole time. It was not a company pickup truck, okay? Not a company pickup truck. The white guy driving it too. It was an old white dude. He looked about 50. He looked about 50 or 60. My brother was behind me, so he was like far behind me. What I tried to do is I tried to cross to that little island where the crosswalk is actually, so I can actually like press the button, continue on so everyone can see. The guy, his head was like this. His head was down. He had the steering wheel up here. His head was down, So he did not see me. He couldn't hear me. His windows were rolled down. He could not hear me. He could not see me. He did not even know I was there. Okay. So he drove because he was in a crossing area. He drove because it was crossing, even though the red light, it was crossing, but I tried to make it over there. He didn't see me. Okay. I just really want to make that clear. So he drove and boom, hit this side of my body. Boom, collapse. It was this way. I collapsed this way, and then under the tire, my legs are there. Under the tire, my legs are dead. He keeps going. The first tires, the first front tires, boom. It immediately hits my left leg. My right leg, it got a little bruised, maybe a little sore, maybe a little sprained, but that was fine. That wasn't broken. My left leg, that was completely torn, man. My left leg was completely broken. Here's a picture of me in the ambulance. All right. So yeah, so he hit me. My brother hops off the bike. He's literally streaming down. Like as soon as I got hit on the side and the bike collapsed on top of me and stuff, like I could have moved out the way, but the bike was on top of me. And he saw that he was literally begging that I got out the way or something. He was screaming, he was running over to me. I could not move. I felt like I was paralyzed, but I could not move. He picked me up and he fucking carried me. I'm sorry. He carried me over to the side where, where the bridge is, to the end of the bridge. He carried me to the side of there. Like I said, the Google Maps probably going to be up, right here. So he carried me right here and stuff. And, he just started tearing down. This is the best thing that could ever happen. Not me getting my leg ran over. That is awful. But the thing is, there was an ambulance right behind the fucking truck. There was literally an ambulance right behind the truck. We didn't have to call the ambulance or nothing. It was just right behind the truck. What we called my sister, we called my mom. Well, we called my sister first because she's first in my contest. Then we called my mom. My mom didn't answer the first time. That's why I called my sister. So I called my sister. She answered. She was like, Harrison, my brother, I'm sorry, my brother was the one who was talking to my sister. He was like, oh my God, yo, he just got hit. He just got hit by a truck, man. I'm so serious. He just got hit by a truck. She cannot understand. So I told him, bro, give me the phone. Like I was tired because I got hit, but I said, bro, give me the phone. I was like, yo, I got hit by a truck, man. My leg is broken. My other leg is sprained. I can't walk, man. So she said, okay, just calm down. Call 911. And we did, but we didn't notice the ambulance was right there. So the ambulance got me on the gurney and stuff. They just got me on the gurney and stuff. I wasn't scared that I got hit. I wasn't even crying for real. I don't know why. Maybe adrenaline, but I wasn't crying that I got hit. I was crying that they would let go in the gurney and it would just like ride off down into the intersection and stuff. Like I've seen too many movies, dude. So and then when we called the ambulance we did call, they arrived and they switched me onto gurneys. Like I had to roll over. It was so hard. It was so hot. I couldn't even move. I was so tired. I had to roll over onto that other gurney. Okay, and that was really hard. So then they got me in the ambulance. The same picture I showed you. Yep, I was in the ambulance. I'm gonna show you one more time right here. Bam. So then they got me in the ambulance. It was a long ride, and then I finally felt my leg starting to hurt. It hurt so bad, and there was so many bumps on the road on the way to the hospital. So it was so bad. And my mom finally arrived. She was actually in the ambulance with me, and you saw the photos. She was also outside the ambulance. So yeah. I think I got more photos. If I do, I'm gonna put them like right here of just me being hit or being in the hospital and stuff like that. But yeah, they got me in the hospital. It was a long process. It took like 5 hours to just like diagnose me, get the X-ray and stuff, get the cast on me and stuff. So it took so long. I was already so tired, and when I got home, everyone was waiting for me. My brother, he stopped crying. He was finally stopped crying. He was just chill. And his friend Shelly, we call him Shelly. His friend Shelly, we was just they came out to the car. Like my sister brought me and my mom home after I got discharged and got my cast and my crutches and stuff. They was like, dang, my man, a paraplegic. I'm not paralyzed, guys. I was fine. I could walk. But the thing is, the day that day I had to go to school tomorrow, and when I got to school, everyone was so surprised that I got hit by a car. It was only one person who knew I got hit. I got hit by a truck, and that was my administrator, Mr. Coles. I went to Bab, so that was my administrator, Mr. Coles. He was the only one that knew I got hit by a truck. All right, and when I got in my classroom, everyone was like, "What the fuck happened to him? What the fuck happened to him?" I was pretty popular, mainly because of my brother, but mainly because of just me being a good bean and stuff. Um, they were like, "What the fuck happened to him?" And my girlfriend was also crying. She was crying. She said she was crying last night, and I could see in her eyes she was crying that I died or something, or I got put in a coma or something. But no, um, when she saw me, she was glad. She kissed me and shit. Um, stuff like that. And then yeah, they didn't want me going to school because if anything happened in school to me while I was still on crutches and had a broken leg, it would all be on the school. They didn't want that responsibility. So, my mom came to pick me up and I just went home. So I went home and I stayed home for like 2 weeks and then blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to bore you all with the details. But yeah, that's the story of how I got hit by a truck last year and how I recovered in five about 5 months. About 5 months I recovered. So yeah, I'm all good. And you probably saw a short of how I died. I died many times. I almost died many times before. We'll get into that later. But that was the most memorable one because it just happened recently, like literally a year ago. So yeah. Thank you for watching Storytime with Ash. This is the first video of a series with Storytime with Ash. All right. Bye.